EARTHWISE Telescopic 9-foot pole saw with the 8-inch bar and chain coming included. $99.95 on price break. We've taken the $20 off. But if you are thinking it's been a long, hard, cold, treacherous winter, and what's happened? Our yards are a mess. You've got a lot of low-hanging branches, limbs that have had ice, that have had snow, that are leaning on your house, near your windows. You need to be able to cut those down, right? Well, you don't need gas for this. All you do is simply plug it in. There is no gas, there is no fumes, and there is no hassle. And for girls or guys, it's very easy to use and it's lightweight. But we're going to bring out our very special guest. Peter Kilcullen is joining us this morning, and it's always great to have him here.
Thanks.
Peter, you always bring us great products for the outdoors, whether it be indoors as well. And I think this is truly one of those that I think all homes always need, a great chainsaw.
Well, it's one of those tools that if you don't have it, there's so many jobs that are just really impossible, or they can be extremely dangerous. But to have this at home and to take care of all those low-hanging branches without getting up on a ladder, without having to use a handsaw, this is going to allow you to do it fast and easy. So all you need to do is add your extension cord and you're set to go. Here's what we have. We have that 8-inch bar and chain right there. And this is the same kind of Oregon chain that you're going to find on those more expensive, very intimidating gas-powered chainsaws. You talked about the oiling system. All you do is add that oil and it will automatically oil that chain, the bar and chain, so it's perfect every time. But you're going to be doing jobs that you didn't think possible before. This whole thing, this telescoping pole with the chainsaw at the top, weighs less than 10 pounds.
Wow.
So perfect for anyone to handle.
Yeah, and you're not on a ladder. Because there's nothing worse, Peter, when you've got the handheld one and you're on a ladder and you feel like the ladder is wobbly. Not a good situation.
Let's not do that. But I'm going to grab my glasses right here. Safety glasses are great. So I have one over here. So the first thing I want to show you is...
Do I need to put them on?
Yeah, go ahead. Why not? You'll have fun.
Thanks, Peter.
We've got the telescoping on both sections. So telescoping from the top, so up and down right here, and then all you do is lock it in place. But also, once I lock that in place, I can also telescope it from the bottom as well, so you're able to get it perfectly balanced for you. So telescoping in both spots, get it right where you want it. Check this out as well, and you don't see this a lot on many of the pole saws. I can also adjust the top. Yes, so it's got a pivoting head with 3 different positions right there. Then I tighten that up. So when you're going high above, now, here, I'll show you that. When I'm going high above and I'm reaching out to get that branch, I can do it just like that. It makes it so easy. So pivoting head, so everything you need that you're going to be able to do this job. That's the most important thing. Before, whether you're doing something dangerous like getting up on that ladder, don't do that, but you were paying someone to do those jobs. Robin, you talked about a long winter, which sometimes, I think it's still going someplace.
I know, right? It just won't go away.
Right, but you saw all those branches around your house, around your cars, around the windows. You know, they're getting very close to your house to doing damage. You can take care of them. So here's all we do. All I'm going to do is fire that up, and I'm just going to rest it down on that branch, and it does the work. Look at how easily I can cut through. There's no kickback. There's not a tremendous amount of vibration. I let go of the trigger, and you're set to go. It really is an easy way to, to do these jobs that you didn't think you could do before.
Should I try?
You want to try?
Yeah.
Of course you should try.
Of course
you've got your safety glasses on.
I've not tried this, so, I'm just letting everyone know that. Because it's nice to know that anyone can do it.
Yeah, one of the things I want to show everyone is right here that we have a safety switch where I can't pull that trigger unless I first push this button, then pull the trigger. So when you let go, you can't accidentally go back to that trigger. So again, safety is important.
So this is a safety feature. So then you push this and then squeeze.
Exactly. Nice. So now you've also got your cord holder right there, so the cord doesn't accidentally come out either. So
and there's no gas, there's no fumes.
Exactly.
No
so whichever, there you go.
Okay,
you've got
I'm a
that.
lefty.
You can see how comfortable that handle is right there.
Is.
So what you want to do is turn that saw on just above that branch. So just when you get close to the branch, and then you're basically just going to rest it down on that limb. Nice and easy.
That's so much fun. I turned it off, don't worry. I turned towards Peter and he's like,
I'm just...
oh my gosh, that was like butter. There was no pressure.
Exactly. There's no... Once you have it down on that branch, go ahead. You're not going to have any strength to hold it in place. It goes right through that limb. Nice and slow. Isn't that great?
Okay. That is so empowering. What is that about a chainsaw that now you feel empowered?
Right, but previously you may have thought a gas-powered chainsaw is so intimidating. That's not. It's easy to do. Great.
Oh my gosh.
And
Peter,
now,
that's really easy.
Remember, if you're higher up, if you're a little bit, lower branches, this makes it where you can really customize it so it's perfect for you.
And your arm doesn't get tired either, Peter, which I noticed is not, I mean, what did you say it weighs?
Less than 10 pounds. Yeah, just over 8 pounds, right.
Yeah, so I mean, you're not going to be like feeling like, oh my gosh, my arms are so tired, or you can't reach those limbs. And because you have that telescoping handle, you really can reach those hard to reach places. Now, with the quantity we have to go around, just a little over 1,300, but think about it. You have the 4 flexible payments to get it at home. You're not having to hire a tree service to come out. I was talking to our producer, Paul, prior to coming out for this show, and he said, Robin, I had someone come out and quote me $1,600 to trim up trees and shrubs around my home. He said, I bought this from HSN and it saved me $1,600. I mean, think about it, because now he paid, what, $100, $99.95, got this at home, and now he did it all himself.
No, exactly. And you can do these jobs because you're looking at those trees. You've seen the wintertime where the snow had been pushing all those branches down. You certainly don't want branches near the window or near the roof where it can start to do damage to your house, and that can be really expensive. For less than $100, if you can get out there and safely take care of those limbs. So check this out. If you're going up above, we've got a really nice cushioned handle right here. You can go up above, and now, same thing we did, what you're doing, Robin, is once you put this on that branch, you let it just rest on that branch, and it goes right through,
so you don't need
and
to
you're ready
force
to go.
It, right,
no,
Peter?
You don't have to do anything. Yeah. There's no strength involved. That Oregon bar and chain, that 8-inch chain, which lets you cut up to an 8-inch in diameter, it does all the work. And it's safe when you have the proper tool and the proper chain, and you're letting it do the work for you. It's a safer job than even if you're using a hand saw and you're up on a ladder. This is great if you want to make firewood, or you just want to cut those branches down and get them to the street, get them taken away.
Well, and Peter, good point to that, because you just reminded me of something. In our neighborhood, the trash service will not pick up branches that are bigger than 4 feet. Or 4 feet, yeah, 4 feet. So we have to cut them to that size. But without something like this, we have these little loppers, and we take the loppers, and I'm like, yeah, honey, I don't think that's working. So then he gets the handheld one, and my husband's going back and forth, back and forth. It's a lot of work. And I'm like, oh, can't they just take bigger branches in the 4 feet? It's really nice that you have now the telescoping chainsaw that can do the work for you. $24.99 to get it at home, over 4 monthly installments on your credit card, free shipping and handling as well. Over 100 of these already spoken for. We're going to go over to Kristen Barker, of course, our HGTV expert as well, along with Peter. And you love this as well, right?
I do. And Robin, you and I, we're girly girls.
We are
so
girly
for us
girls.
to get this excited about something that you maybe don't think you would ever use before. But by the way, this is so lightweight, and maybe you don't have a guy like Peter at home. You can do this yourself. Look at this. You just let it go all the way down. Look at that. And when you let go of that trigger and the safety button, it just, you don't hear anything. There's no smell. There's no fumes. It's nice and lightweight. You have that fiberglass pole, so it's not going to vibrate when you do those different logs. Look at this. All the way down. I mean,
it's not scary, is it?
It's not. And you'll hear me say this about the pressure washer, next item. I am just as comfortable with this pole saw as I am with my flat iron. That's really how
that
easy.
says something.
And you don't have to wait, for a service to come in. You don't have to wait for your, husband to do it. You can do this yourself. And can I tell you, I got this, and we have tons of palm trees at our house. You can take care of those palm fronds.
Yeah, the dead.
That, they can fall. They're very dangerous. So really, really easy to do. I mean, I'm barely 5 feet tall.
Right.
And this is no problem for me.
Yeah, so, okay, so we have, how many left? 1,300 remaining, and that is it. This is extremely popular. You just saw the adorable Kristen use it, and she said she's 5'2". I'm 6 feet. You know what? We are girly girls. She's right. I would never think to pick up a chainsaw like this, or a telescopic chainsaw, and use it. I would think, I'm going to ask my husband. I'm going to wait till he gets home and ask him to help me. You don't have to wait for your husband, your dad, someone to come help you. Maybe you're single. Maybe you live by yourself. This is a wonderful opportunity at $24.99 over 4 monthly installments on your credit card to get it at home. Yes, it's on free shipping, so you try it. You don't absolutely love it. Like, I got excited. I know it's kind of silly to see a girl jump up and down, but I've never used a chainsaw before. I was kind of a little nervous, Peter, but there's nothing to be scared of.
Exactly, and I know why you never used a chainsaw before. I'm going to show you.
Okay. Yeah.
This thing, this is why
let me
it's heavy.
feel how heavy it is. Oh my gosh, it is compared to this.
But even that, it's this thing. You've got the primer bulb over here, and look at all the instructions.
Oh my goodness.
Look, there's tons of instructions on what to do. And then you've got to put the gas in down here, and then you've got to start doing this, pulling this thing again and again. Exactly. And once it's on, like Kristen was mentioning before, it's always making that noise. And and look at the size of this. The truth is,
that's scary.
You don't need that. It's unnecessary. Then you're always storing that gas. You don't need that when you can have something, that not only weighs less than 10 pounds, but this, if you forget about getting up on a ladder or trying to reach above your head, extremely dangerous.
Well,
so we don't
can I
need
see that just really quick? Because watch this. I mean, if you think about trying to lift this up over your head, first of all, it's really heavy. It's big, it's bulky. And then if you're on a ladder, I'm going to put it down because it actually is really heavy. How are you going to get up and get those high branches above your head? It would really be a scary thing to be able to do. As Peter said, you don't really need that anymore because now you have something that's environmentally friendly because you don't have all the fumes, you don't have all the gas, you don't. This is going to be automatic self-oiling. So all you do is make sure that's filled, as Peter shared with you, and you're good to go. Now we do, as you can see, have a counter sold at the bottom of the screen. Over 220 have already been spoken for. And of course, Peter, every time this is here, this always sells out.
Well, I can tell you that our pole saw has been the most popular outdoor lawn and garden item that we've aired for the past 5 years, I believe, because it's something that empowers, that's what we've been talking about, everyone to get out in the yard and to take care of those branches. We had a lot of talk of being able to open up that yard and get that whole canopy opened up so you can see your house, you can see your windows, you can see the rest of the yard work. This makes it easy. So if you're up high like this, it's very easy. I'm going to show you down on this branch that all you do is let that saw rest down on that branch, and you can make cut after cut. So simple, so easy that you can get all of this done really in minutes. I mean, it does such a great job. Now, for anyone out there who's like, oh, I've used a chainsaw before, is this one really going to have enough power? I think you see that it does have enough power. And what I'll do is, let me put a slightly larger limb in there so you can see, even though you plug it in and all you have to do is add your own extension cord, you're going to see that this is going to handle, as I mentioned, 7, 8-inch diameter limbs and do an excellent job.
Yeah, and while you change it out, I want to show everybody here. I mean, look at the cut. Look at how clean the cut is. I know it sounds silly, but when you have a cut that's clean like that, your plant or your tree, your shrub, you're not damaging it. You're not ruining it. It's then going to be able to grow and prosper because you're trimming it down and you're allowing it to be healthy and stronger by getting rid of all the limbs that are dead. Think about how much money you are going to pay if you have and hire someone to come out and cut your shrubs and trim everything up. It can be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. This is empowering you, liberating you, and setting you free to do everything yourself. And trust me, when you use this pole saw, this was, what did you say, about 4 inches in diameter? What did you say?
No, that one's a bit smaller, just a couple inches in diameter.
Okay, couple inches.
But it can go up to that 7 or 8 inches in diameter, because it really does have the power. And what's important about the power is that if this chain wasn't powerful enough to get through those limbs, you would feel a lot of vibration and be that kickback. But because it's the right kind of Oregon chain, it'll get through that wood a lot more safely and a lot more easily. So here's a slightly bigger limb, something that you might encounter when you're cleaning the yard. And same thing, there's absolutely no difference. The saw goes right through the same way. I can continue to make those cuts, whether it's down on the ground or up above. This does such a nice job. And that's another nice thing. A lot of people.
Much thicker, Peter.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely, a bit bigger, and we can go bigger than that. What I like about this is, for many people who've had this horrible winter, a lot of the limbs are already down. If you have property with some wooded areas on the perimeter, they're already on the ground. With this pole saw, remember now, if I'm cutting those limbs that are already down, I'm not down on my hands and knees. I can just cut them to size, as you mentioned, Robin, and put them out to the street. So whether they're way above your head, or you want to collapse this completely and do the work when they're on the ground, or you have some lower limbs and different, like sometimes those large shrubs that get out of control.
And it's back-breaking work.
Exactly,
it's
not anymore.
Back-breaking. You get tired, and you don't want to bend over. You don't want to get on your knees. This really, as I said, liberates liberates you. Think about, there's only 1,100 remaining, and I don't know if that's for the season, if we're going to be able to get more back in stock. I would not wait. It has been a bad winter. I love what Peter said. A lot of those limbs are on the ground. You need to cut them up into smaller pieces to dispose of them. You want to make firewood, you can do that as well. And then as spring, spring has sprung, but what are you going to do when the storms come along? Like if you live in a place where you have the tornadoes, you are going to have the hurricanes, things like that, and you want to clean up that debris, you now are able to do that. With the free shipping and handling, that's a savings right there. Then we have it on Price Break. That's a $20 savings, plus the 4 flexible payments of $24.99. We're going to go out to the phones. We're going to say hi to Millie from Pennsylvania. Welcome in, Millie. You're live on HSN. Good morning.
Yes, I just want to tell everybody how great this is. I love it. I'm 70 years old. I bought one late last summer.
Yes.
And I wasn't able to use it a lot, but I was able to cut a lot of trees and branches. And it looks like a small blade, but it just cuts in 2 seconds.
Right.
Whatever you put down, it cuts it in 2 seconds. And then the best thing is the chain is so easy to put. I could never put chains in other things. This is so easy to put the chain. So everybody should know this is just a wonderful. I just love it. I can't wait till winter goes so I can start cutting again.
That's right.
Millie, I am so excited you called because you said you were 70 years young. 70 years young, and you are using this, and you said it was easy, right?
Yes, and I cut trees that people told me, no, you can't cut that tree because this and that. And I just went up there, I got on a ladder, and I was able to cut. What's amazing is that it cuts so quick.
Yeah.
It cuts so quick, and you don't have to be out there. It just in 1 second, it cuts whatever you put the blade on.
I love it. I love it.
That is
Oh,
great.
Millie, thank you so much for taking the time to call, and we really appreciate. Stay safe and warm out there in Pennsylvania. Well over 400 already spoken for. Use that express ordering, and of course, with the free shipping and 4 flexible payments of $24.99, take advantage. But oh, how funny, Peter. Mary, is she on our HSN chat? Oh, Mary just called in, and she said she wants it to come in pink.
Let's do it.
And she said her husband will leave it alone. That way she can do it. Mary, I love that. That's a great idea. I will pass it along to the buyers. How funny. All right, so that's item number 307352. But we also have our HSN credit card here. And, of course, you can save $10 once you apply on any purchase. So you can take our pole saw to, $89.